Hello everyone. Good morning all of you. Welcome to you all in today's sixth online session of chapter number 9. And the name of our chapter number 9 is Halls and Quarters. Now today we are going to revise some of the topic that we already studied in our previous session. After that, we will see some of the example of equivalent fraction and also the meaning of equivalent fraction, and after that we are going to study the new topic, that is the fraction of a set. What is the meaning of fraction of a set and how we are going to find out? We will find out. Let us see. Let us revise our previous knowledge. Fraction represent the equal part of a whole or a part of a set, or we can say that a part of collection. Now, what is the fraction? A fraction represents the equal part of any things or any of the object. If that object or if that things or that shape have equal parts, then that is known as fraction. Fraction have two parts, that is the numerator and denominator. A fraction having two parts, and that two part is known as numerator and denominator. Now in denominator, what we are write down? We are write down the total parts of a thing or a total parts of an object, that we write down in the denominator. Now what we are write down in the numerator? The part which taken, the part which shaded, that we are write down in the numerator. To separate the numerator and denominator, fraction bar is used. Now in a fraction we are write down two numbers, one in numerator and second one in the denominator. Now to separate this both number we are using one line. That line is known as fraction bar. There are mainly three types of a fraction: proper fraction, improper fraction and mixed fraction. But out of these three, not only these three are the types of the fraction. There are many different types of the fraction. Like first part, like fraction; second, unlike fraction; third, unit fraction; fourth, equivalent fraction. These are the other types of the fraction. But in this chapter, we are going to see and study and learn only these three types of fraction. Now see here, I am giving one figure to you. See this figure. If you see in this figure, there are total how many equal parts are there? So see here, there are total 15 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. Now out of this 15 part, in how many parts are shaded? So we can say that there are 9 shaded parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this 9 shaded part, this 9 we have to write down in the numerator, and the total part, that is the 15. So that we have to write down in the denominator. So this 9 upon 15 read as 9/15. After the spelling of 15, you have to write down THS. So 9/15. This is the number name of this fraction. Now, what is the type of this fraction? Can you tell me? This is the proper fraction. In a proper fraction, always the numerator is less than the denominator. So this 9/15 is known as proper fraction. C1. This is another figure. In this you can see there are the two images, and in these two images how many total parts are shaded? Again, this first figure have 15 equal parts and all are the shaded part, and in another figure 6 parts are shaded. So 15 plus 6, that is the 21. So this 21 we have to write down in the numerator, and the total part of one figure you have to write down only in the denominator. So 21 upon 15. This is known as improper fraction. Why this number is known as improper fraction? Because in this, numerator is bigger than the denominator. When your numerator is bigger than the denominator, this type of fraction is known as improper fraction. Or in another word, we can say that this is the mixed fraction. This is the figure of mixed fraction. Why this is the figure of mixed fraction? Because see here, in the first figure, that is the fully shaded. So this is considered as one whole number, and from the second figure, only 6 parts are shaded. So this 6 we have to write down in the numerator, and the total part that we have to write down in the denominator. So what is the number name of this mixed fraction? So the number name of this mixed fraction is 1 and 6/15. This is the number name of one integer 6 upon 15. Now another thing that we already studied. We can't convert proper fraction into improper fraction or in the mixed fraction. And easily we can say that we cannot convert proper fraction into any other types of the fraction. But in the same way, in improper fraction, always convert into mixed fraction. Another word we can say that mixed fraction is a group of whole number plus proper fraction. Which fraction have a group of whole number and proper fraction? Then your answer is mixed fraction. Now let us see what is the equivalent fraction. Equivalent fraction can be defined as the fraction with the different numerator and denominators that represent the same value or the same proportion of a whole number. See here, equivalent fraction means what? Equivalent fraction, in the equivalent fraction, there are the numerator and denominator, but both are the different from each other. But after that, they represent the same value of the same fraction of the given figure. How it is? Let us see with the help of one example. If we want to find out the equivalent fraction, what we have to do? We have to do the multiplication or we have to do the division. But why? What are the uses of equivalent fraction? Let us see. Equivalent fraction. See here in this image, here, this one is the first one whole part of the rectangle. After that, we divide this rectangle into two equal parts. So what is the fraction of each part? That is the 1 upon 2. After that again, we just divide these two equal parts into four equal parts. And the fraction of each part is 1 upon 4. After that again, we divide this 1 upon 4 into again two equal parts. So that is each part is 1 upon 8. In a 1 upon 8 you can see here there are total 8 equal parts and these all parts are same. After that we are just divide this one whole rectangle into three equal parts. And after that again we just divide whole rectangle into six equal parts. So these all are known as equivalent fraction. You see here one whole rectangle represent and divide in different parts. But the length of this shape, the part of this shape is always same. So the same thing in equivalent fraction. In equivalent fraction, the numbers are different, but the value of the last thing that is the same. That represent the same. Why the equivalent fractions are necessary? Why the use of equivalent fraction is arise? Because sometimes there are many things, the size or the portion of that thing is much larger as compared to the other. At that time, the necessity of equivalent fraction is arise. Equivalent fraction. Now in this, I am giving one number to you. 4 upon 3. Now you have to find out the equivalent fraction of this number. How you have to find out? That already we studied. If you want to find out the equivalent fraction, then you just do the multiplication or you just do the division. So your number is 4 upon 3. So first you have to do the multiplication. But one condition is that you have to do the multiplication, you have to do the multiply by same number. Same number means if you are just doing multiply by 2 in the numerator, then the same thing you have to do in the denominator. So see here, 4 upon 3 multiplied by 2. This 2 we have to write down in numerator as well as in the denominator. Now do the multiplication of numerator and denominator. So 4 2s are 8 and 3 2s are 6. So 8 upon 6 is the equivalent fraction of 4 upon 3. Means in any figure you are doing the part of 4 upon 3, then it's same as 8 upon 6. Now if you want to do the multiplied by any other number, then you can do. So here in the second step, we are just doing multiply by 3. 4 multiplied by 3 and 3 multiplied by 3. So 4 3s are 12 and 3 3s are 9. So this is another equivalent fraction of 4 upon 3, and in the last the value of these all numbers are same. Now if you want to multiply by any other number, then you can do also. 4 upon 3 multiply by 4. So 4 4s are 16 and 3 4s are 12. So this 16 upon 12, that is the another equivalent fraction of 4 upon 3. Now see here, if you want to do the multiply by 8 upon 6, then you can do also. 8 upon 6 multiplied by 2 or any other number. So if here we are taking number 3, then 8 multiplied by 3, that is the 24. 8 3s are 24 and 6 3s are 18. These all are the equivalent fraction of 4 upon 3. So we can say that therefore 8 upon 6, 12 upon 9, 16 upon 12 and 24 upon 18 are the equivalent fraction of 4 upon 3. Let us see one another example. Here your number is 6 upon 7. You have to find out the equivalent fraction of 6 upon 7. So first just do the multiply by 2 in numerator as well as in the denominator. 6 2s are 12, 7 2s are 14. So 12 upon 14, that is the equivalent fraction of 6 upon 7. If you want to do the multiply by 3, then just do it. 6 multiply by 3 and 7 multiply by 3. 6 3s are 18 and 7 3s are 21. So 18 upon 21, that is the another equivalent fraction. Now the same number you have to find out the equivalent fraction of 6 upon 7 by 4. So just do the multiplication in numerator as well as in the denominator. 6 multiplied by 4 and 7 multiplied by 4. So 6 4s are 28 and 6 4s are 24 and 7 4s are 28. So 24 upon 28, that is the another equivalent fraction of 6 upon 7. Now if you want to do the multiply by 2 or 3 to 12 upon 14, then also you are getting the same equivalent fraction. So just do the multiplication by 3 to 12 upon 14. 12 3s are 36 and 14 3s are 42. So we can say that 12 upon 14, 18 upon 21, 24 upon 28 and 36 upon 42. These are the equivalent fraction of 6 upon 7. When you have to find out the equivalent fraction and the number is small, at that time you have to do the multiplication. But what about if the number is bigger and you have to find out the equivalent fraction? So let us see. Equivalent fraction, in this they were given one number and that number is bigger. So see here they were given the number is 42 upon 48. If you want to do the multiply by this number, then you can do it. You can do. But if you want to do the division, then you can do also division. But again the same condition like multiplication. If you are doing the division, then the number should be same in numerator as well as in the denominator. So see here 42 divided by 48. 42 upon 48. This both number is divisible by 2, or we can say that when we are doing the division of 42 and 48 by 2, at that time our remainder is 0. So just do the division 42 divided by 2 and 48 divided by 2. So your answer is 21 upon 24. This is the equivalent fraction of 42 upon 48. Now, if you want to do divided by 3, then just do the divided by 3. 42 divided by 3 and 48 divided by 3 again. How many 3s are 42? So we can say that 14 3s are. How many 3s are 48? So we can say that 16 3s are 48. So 14 upon 16, that is the equivalent fraction of 42 upon 48. If you know that, if you remember that these both numbers are in the table of, are coming in the table of 6, then you can do divided by 6. So 42 divided by 6 and 48 divided by 6. How many 6 are 42? 7 6 are 42. How many 6 are 48? 8 6 are 48. So 7 upon 8, that is the equivalent fraction of 42 upon 48. Now see the first number, that is the 21 upon 24. If you are remember here that these both numbers are in the table of 3, then you can do divided by 3. 21 divided by 3 and 24 divided by 3. Both the answers are 21 divided by 3, that is the 7, and 24 divided by 3, that is the 8. So we can say that 21 upon 24, 14 upon 16 and 7 upon 8 are the equivalent fraction of 42 upon 48. Let us see one another example of equivalent fraction. In this, your number is 84 upon 68. You have to find out the equivalent fraction for this number. So see here, first we divide this both number divided by 2. 84 divided by 2 and 68 divided by 2. 84 divided by 2, it becomes 42, and 68 divided by 2, it becomes 34. Now if you want to divide this both number by 4, then you can do 84 divided by 4, that is the 21, and 68 divided by 4, it becomes 17. Now see in the first number, if you want to divide this both number again by 2, then you can do it. 42 divided by 2, it becomes also 21, and 34 divided by 2, it's also 17. So see here, both the numbers are same. So we can say that 42 upon 34 and 21 upon 17 are the equivalent fraction of 84 upon 68. One thing you have to remember that when you have to find out the equivalent fraction of a given number, and first you are doing the multiplying, then you are getting the larger value as compared to your question. But if you are doing the division and find out the equivalent fraction, then you are getting the smaller value as compared to our equivalent fraction. Now, fraction of a set or a collection, it means what? Let us see. Here I am giving 5 out of 6 stars are red. So what is the fraction of this thing? So the fraction of this thing is 5 upon 6. 6 represent the total number of stars and 5 represent out of these 6 total stars, 5 stars are red. See here that is a group of the 6 stars. Out of this 6 stars, in how many stars we have to do the color? The number which written in the numerator in that star, in that number of star we have to do the color. So in how many stars? 5 stars. So just do the color in the 5 star. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So the fraction for this figure is 5 upon 6. This thing already you studied in your previous standard as well as in this standard. But somewhat difference is that if they were given the fraction to you like this 2 upon 3, 2/3 out of 6 stars are red. So how we can find out in how many stars we have to do the color? So for that what you have to do? So you have to do 2 upon 3 multiplied by 6. Now this 6 you have to consider in the numerator. So 2 6 are 12 divided by 3. So 12 upon 3 is equal to 4. So out of this group of 6 stars, in how many parts, in how many stars we have to do the red color? In a 4 star, we have to do the red color. 1, 2, 3 and 4. These are the fraction of a set. In a fraction of a set, they were given the group of a things, the total number of a group of a things, and out of that they were given fraction to you. And after that, you have to find out the part of that thing. Let us see the further. Fraction of a set or a collection. See here, what is the meaning of that? Fractional part of a set is a fraction of a set of the objects. See here, I am giving a group of 12 stars. And you have to find out 3 upon 4 of 12. Now one question arises in your mind that in a fraction we studied that 3 represent numerator, means in the 3 part, in the 3 star you have to do shade or color. The total star they were given 4. Out of this 4 you have to shade in a 3 part. But the thing is changed. Now here they were given the 3 upon 4 of 12. So let us see the meaning of these all things. Here number 12 represent a set or a group. So here 12 given. Whenever they were given any number after of, it means that is the group of a thing or a set of a collection. So here 12 represent a set of a collection. Now 4 represent you have to make 4 equal groups. How many groups you have to make? You have to make 4 equal groups. They were given total number. Out of this total number, you have to make one group. But the number of group is 4. And the 3 represented the number of groups we are considering. In a one group, how many numbers are we have to consider? In one group, we have to consider 3 things. So see here, you have to divide this 12 triangle in which way? In a one group, 3 numbers are there and number of groups are 4. Or we can say that if in a one group there are 4 things, then the number of groups are 3. So see here, this is the first group. In a first group, how many triangles are there? There are 4 triangles are there. In a one group, 4 triangles are there. In second group, 4 triangles are there. In a third group, 4 triangles are there. So see here, we are just dividing these 12 triangles in equal parts. Number of groups, how many number of groups are there? 3. In a one group, how many triangles are there? 4 triangles are there. In another way, you have to divide these 12 triangles into equal parts. Like which? See here, this is the first group of triangle. In a first group, how many triangles are there? 3 triangles are there. In a second group, 3, third group 3 and fourth group 3. So see again here, this is the another way to divide these 12 triangles into equal parts. How many groups are there? 4 groups are there. In a one group, how many triangles are there? There are 3 triangles are there. I hope you understand these all things very easily and clearly. Do more and more revision and revise your all topics. Thank you.